Sheree, and welcome to Not Bon Appetit. Okay, tonight we are making out of the March edition, the Tamarind Glazed Black Bass with coconut herb salad. However, because I'm not really fond of my house smelling like fish, we're not doing the sea bass. Instead, we're going to use chicken thighs. Because you know what everyone says, sea bass tastes a lot like chicken. I don't know if they say that or not, but that's what they're going to do because I don't want to make the sea bass. So we're going to start off with, the recipe calls for us to take the coconut and put it in the skillet, and for like 5 or 7 minutes we're just going to brown it. But we're not going to do that because at the end we're going to have to put everything in the oven anyway, so why don't we just put this in the oven on a little pan and it can brown itself, and that saves us 5 or 7 minutes. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to just move right into making the glaze. So the very first thing that we're going to do is, it calls for shallots, which of course I don't have, so I'm using an onion. So we'll chop it up pretty thinly, and it's using a lot of onion, but I don't think we want to use that much onion. So we'll just use some onion and chop it up, and we'll start making our glaze. So here we go. Well, we'll probably need more than that. So, there we go. I think that looks good. So, we're just going to throw this in the skillet, or actually we're going to throw it in a little saucepan because we're going to make a glaze. Because when we're all done, we're going to take the chicken thighs and we're going to glaze them, and then we're going to put them in the oven. Really like what we would do with the sea bass, except with the chicken thighs. So, right off the bat, we're going to brown all of this in the skillet, and we're going to use 3 tablespoons of the coconut oil, which is, again, wonderful for cooking and a moisturizer. So when we're all done, if you have any coconut oil left, you can maybe use it to make your cuticles soft. So let's start with our saucepan. So now we have this in here and it's all cooking up. And now I am doing the garlic, which is supposed to be crushed. And we missed this part, so I'll do it again. But this is this lovely container that does crushing your garlic for you, and it was my uncle's, and when he died this was willed to me, so family heirloom. And so we have, fortunately, 1 more garlic clove to do, and you just pop the little garlic clove in there, and then you do this to it, and then presto changeo, look, the peeling comes right off. Isn't that great? And so you can see the recipe called for 4 garlic cloves, but you can never have too much garlic. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to be like we do on the cooking shows, and they take their knife, which has some onion on it, and they smush them. And I don't know how to do this, but so I don't know if this will work or not, but they seem to do this, and then they do that.
Harder.
Well, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't really want to do that with the really sharp knife. So instead, why don't we use the meat mallet? That would be great. Okay. Oh, much better. And look what else this does. It gets rid of any of your stress. So, hey, if you're mad at your mail guy because there, smushed garlic. You're mad because your neighbor lets their dog poop in your yard. Look, smushed garlic. This is great. So, I don't know why they're using knives. They could be using these things. So, there we go. 1 more. Okay, smashed garlic. Now let's throw that in our pot.
Chop that up a bit.
And we'll move it around because we're going to make a glaze, so it won't really matter. And now let's see what else we have. So, got that out of the way, got the ginger out of the way, got the coconut oil out of the way, got the shallots out of the way. Okay, so we're going to do this, and now it calls for a tablespoon of tomato paste. So let's stir this up. Oh, smells like garlic. calls for a tablespoon of tomato paste. Oh, look, it's right in the can. And there we go. That looks good. Calls for, oh, okay. This is the important thing because the name of the recipe is Tamarind Glazed Black Bass, but we don't have any tamarind. And I looked it up, and tamarind is this thing that grows on a tree, and isn't this wonderful? And they have a whole thing about the tamarind, but we don't have any tamarind, and you have to buy it at a special grocery store, or you have to order it on Amazon, or blah, 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 blah. But you know what you can do? You can take a little bit of brown sugar and a little bit of lime juice, and you mix it together, and voila. And according to Google, that will be similar. So that's what we'll do. It calls for 1/4 of a cup, which, since we're substituting, I'm not really sure. And this I'm actually going to taste, since we're making it up and we don't want to just like willy-nilly do anything, right? So let's start with a little bit of the lime juice. Actually, we'll start with the brown sugar. So let's start with the brown sugar and a tasting spoon. So we'll pull the brown sugar out. Just need like 1/4 of a cup. So, and that looks good. And then a little bit of the lime juice. More than that. Oh, there we go. Let's try that. So let's stir this up. I don't think that's 1/4 of a cup. Well, here, let's see. Hey, that's not bad. Okay, let's do a little bit more so we have 1/4 of a cup. Okay, well, to remember this, you might want to use this in some other recipe. Okay. Let's taste it again, which, yes, I can use the same spoon because it's only family. Okay, now let's see. Oh, yum. Okay, put some of the tamarind in. Excellent. Stir that up. Look at that. What a delicious glaze. There's our garlic cloves. Okay, let's see if we have anything else that's supposed to go in there. I don't know. I moved. Oh, there. Alrighty. Let's see. And that's it. Okay, we're ready to go. All right, let's kind of clean up our mess here, and we will get out the chicken thighs. Oh wait, honey. Did I miss the honey? Oh, 2 tablespoons of honey. That's why you should put all of your ingredients out. So in case you forget, or you've had too much wine, or you're just old and you have no memory, you can go, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to put this away, but I haven't used it, and voila, then you can. Okay, 2 tablespoons honey. Ooh, my thing is pretty dirty. And here, I have a lovely 2 tablespooners. So let's use the honey, and then we'll clean this up and glaze our chicken thighs. Okay, this looks delicious. Yum. Wait, so, uh-oh, think I forgot another ingredient. Hold on. Let's see. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Okay, good thing. Well, this is 2, so I'll just use part of it. we go. Okay, now, maybe I should check the recipe. Let's see, here we go. Okay, the coconut that we're gonna do in the oven. The coconut oil, the shallots that instead we used onion, the kosher salt, some ginger, some garlic, some tomato paste, some the tamarind, some honey, some soy sauce. Okay, I think we're good. There we go. Okay. Now we actually have a glaze. So let's get out the chicken thighs. Now, if you've never done this before, but they always have it in Bon Appetit, that's where I learned. You take the chicken thighs and you put them on a cookie sheet, and then you can just stick them in the oven, and in like 15 minutes you have dinner, and it's great. And then when you're all done, you just take the aluminum foil, you throw it in the trash. Life is good. So here's our little one for our coconut. Let's put that out since that's usually for forgetting things. And then here is the lovely baking pan for the chicken thighs. Let's turn this off. I think it's good. See, if you cover it with the aluminum foil, you don't have nearly the mess. So, okay, and it says to make sure that we cover the entire sea bass with the glaze. So, let's get out our chicken thighs. And we will cover them with the glaze, and then our oven is ready to go, and we should be good. I think we'll put the chicken thighs on there, put the glaze on them, flip them over, put more glaze on them, stick them in the oven. I think that would be great. So here's our little boneless, skinless chicken thighs. These cook really fast in the oven too. So this will be great. Okay, so now let's take our glaze, put this aside. Okay, I'm gonna do the glaze. Doesn't that look delicious? I think the recipe said something about maybe we were supposed to take the garlic cloves out, but you know, we can do that. That was a little close. Okay, let's make sure this is on everything. Doesn't that look good? Look how pretty. So, and now, let's flip these puppies over. Do the other side. Isn't it funny? Some of them are bigger than others. That's kind of weird.
They're unfolded.
So, this one's a little puny thing. It must have been just a little dinky chicken. Well, it doesn't need very much glaze, does it? Okay, there we go. Okay, once again, let's make sure we got everybody covered. Here's your little puny guy. There's these. Look at that. I know on the cooking shows they always go, oh, this smells so good, but it really does. It smells really good, doesn't it? Yes. So, okay, now we're ready. We're gonna pop it in the oven. And the coconut itself. So let's put this in the oven. Here we go. Gonna put it in the oven. You see how beautiful it is? Here it goes. Put that in the oven. It's supposed to be 12 to 15 minutes. So, and then we will take some aluminum foil. Okay, last year or the year before, Bon Appetit had an entire article on this size of a baking sheet, which they said was fabulous, and they were right. So everybody should have one of these. I'll order them on Amazon. They're great. So they come, I think, 2 to a package, and that way you can share it with a friend, which I did, which kind of sometimes is bad because now you wish you had 2. But anyway, okay. So this is just going to be a little bit to go on there. That looks good. We're going to put it in the oven for just a couple of minutes. It'll brown all up. It'll be really pretty. And then we can use it as a burn. Okay, so now we got 12 minutes. And then we'll check it. And now we're going to make the... actually, we're good. Because now we're just going to let it bake. We can clean up a bit because when it's all done, we're just going to take the mint and some lime slices and a little bit of perhaps Tabasco. I haven't really decided. And put that on there. So, they're done. Here we go. These smell delicious. Here we go. We put the meat thermometer in there because they're chicken thighs, so they should be at 165. And then I'm going to serve them here. And here's one of the things about the recipe. The recipe says it is a coconut herb salad, but it's really not. It's just some herbs and some lemon slices and a little bit of coconut that we're going to sprinkle on here. And one of the things it called for were some type of chili pepper, so I was just going to use this. But I've decided that this is really more sweet, and I understand that the chili peppers, whatever they are, this new fad thing, and you sprinkle them on there and woo! Little bite here and there, but I'm not going with that. So I decided not to do that. So I'm going to put the chicken thighs on here. We're going to put some coconut, a little bit of mint, and I need to slice some lemon. And then we're ready to go. Oh, also, because since I realized we're not really having a salad, we need to decide. So I went with carrots. And I went ahead and put them in the pan that I used for the glaze, because now what are they? Glazed carrots. So there we go. That's going to be our side. So I think we're ready to serve as soon as I cut the, I said lemons, but they're limes. So as soon as I cut the limes, we'll put them on the plate. We'll compare them to this, have some wine, call it an evening. So here we go. Let's, we'll save that one for our tonic tomorrow. So here we go. Let's have a little lime slices to go with each one of ours. And then we will compare. So, there we go. Oh, and the coconut did really well in the oven. I don't know why you would spend 7 minutes on the stovetop when you could just throw it in the oven, but make sure you set a separate timer. So mine got a little done because I forgot to do that, but worked really well. So here we go. Let's spoon this up and have some dinner. Here's a little teeny one. Okay, and then we're going to garnish it with a little bit of lime and a little bit of the coconut and a little bit of the mint, which grows in my backyard in a pot, because you don't want to put the mint out in your yard or your whole yard will be mint. So here we go, a little bit of fresh mint. And look at that. Okay, let's do the other one with the carrots and we will compare pictures. bit of coconut. Just a little bit of mint. There we go. Okay. Put our glazed carrots on the side. Okay, and so there we are. This is their tamarind glazed sea bass. This is our tamarind glazed sea bass. Doesn't it look delicious? Okay, everybody, that's it. And bon appetit.